Welcome back to the channel. It's late July and we are in Norman's Bay near Pevensey for a 2-night break staying at the camping and caravanning club site. Quite expensive, but then again it's next to the beach. Behind me you can see a Martello tower, and we'll swing round in a minute and give you a bit of history to Martellos. This is a lovely part of the coast. Tide is in and it's nowhere near as rough as it was yesterday, with winds really strong yesterday. There's quite a few people in the water, which just goes to show, having had all this really hot weather, the sea has really warmed up, so good for them. Let's show you the Martello tower. Okay, as I've said, this is a Martello tower, and basically it's a glorified gun platform. During the Napoleonic Wars, or at the start of the Napoleonic Wars, when Britain was under threat of invasion from Napoleon, a series of Martello towers were built all along this coast. Can't remember exactly how many, but there's quite a few, and they acted as a gun platform. The army garrisoned them, were probably about 12 men, and there would have been a naval gun at the top. The invasion never came, so of course it became redundant. Over a long period of time, many have been converted into accommodation. Rather strange, I should think, with circular walls, but they always sell very quickly when they come up for sale. This one just looks empty, although it has had a roof added to the top. So I'd like to know what the history of this one is, and there's no plate to let us know. However, a good example, and in very good condition, of a Martello tower that originally was built at the start of the Napoleonic Wars, which culminated in 1815 with the Battle of Waterloo. This is a glorious beach, shingle beach, very high banks. As I say, there's people in the water today. Various properties scattered along here. Some, I should imagine, are holiday homes. One at the far end is up for sale. Interesting to know how much that one costs. And looking in the distance, we can see Eastbourne and Beachy Head. This is obviously a new finger post indicating the English coast path, or England coast path. It's recently been designated King Charles III Way, and apparently it goes all the way around the coast. Not quite sure the mileage, but all the way across the coast of England. And you can see in the distance the Norman's Bay campsite. Reception area. So today we've got Jimmy's pie and mash with gravy. Food truck tomorrow. Jacket potatoes, fish and chips. Breakfast. Breakfast yesterday, missed that. This is the entrance. It's a one-way system. In and out. 2 amenities blocks. The one directly in front is the older one, where apparently water's a little bit dodgy. Mixture of grass, hard standing, tent pitches. As you can see, not as busy as we thought it would be. There's our setup, pitch 88. Yesterday, on the way down, just around the corner from where we live, we met a clown coming the other way, and I have to say, just showing you, we've got some scrapes, cuts and bruises to our Malenko mirror guards. Knocked the mirror right the way in. They're worth their weight in gold. Fortunately, it's done no damage at all, other than what you can see, a few scrapes and scratches, but it really bashed that in. I thought for a minute that it had damaged it. I'm hoping we've caught the offending vehicle on the camera, and more importantly, I hope he's done some damage totally unnecessary through a very narrow lane. Time for lunch. Cooking sausages on a windy day, but we're getting there. Just listening for the sizzle. Hog roast sausages from Longfield Butchers. We're getting there. Certainly sizzling away. Could be the next YouTube sensation. Sizzling with Are We There Yet? Not sponsored by Camping Gas. Barbecue bought with all their own money. How do you cook yours? Welcome back to another day and another campsite. Today we are at Painter's Farm at Painter's Forestall, which is near Faversham in Kent. This lovely site, which we're here for 2 nights, is situated in the middle of a cherry orchard, and we are surrounded by orchards as far as the eye can see. The manor house or farmhouse is now an Airbnb. It used to be, in days gone by, obviously the farmhouse for the farm itself, but it also used to be the reception for the campsite, which we'll show you around shortly. There's been great use of the farm buildings converted into the laundry, the wash up, the amenity block and everything else. This campsite has won awards in the past, and you can quite see why, so let's show you around. Just one of the views from the campsite of one of the many orchards that surround it. There are plenty of walks and trails around here for those who like walking, and at the end of the lane, of which we shall be going later on today, is the Alma Public House. The food is traditionally British, and it's a Shepherd Neame pub, which is the local brewery based in Faversham. It's such a beautiful spot here, very quiet, and amazingly full of quite a few tents. This coming up is one of the footpaths that lead across this spectacular area. Kent is a bizarre place really, because many people just travel down the motorway to get to the Channel ports, but just stop a while and see what Kent has to offer, and you'll be quite and pleasantly surprised. This is the main entrance into the site. Various old tractors, farm wagons. Interesting old exhibit. A Mark 1 Land Rover, if I'm not mistaken, on a P-Reg plate. These are the buildings that have been converted into the amenity block. The shop selling local produce. And here we are, set up underneath the shade of a cherry tree. It's a view of the apple orchard. Seems to think these might be Bramley apples. The Garden of England with all its fruit. Quite a selection of blackberries growing in the hedgerow. Yeah, plenty of blackberries, blackberry and apple pie. Another one of the old buildings. This is the first this morning. Just about to have a walk up the pub for lunch. And a black cloud's come over. And for about 3 minutes we've had a heavy downpour of rain. Hasn't done a great deal. Typical. You're going to walk up to the pub, which allegedly is about 5 minutes up the road. Look, 1547 on the door of the farmhouse. It is a truly lovely spot, there's no doubt about it. More old farm buildings there. Oh, this is Bayfield Barn. This is the village green. Lovely houses here. Probably all workers' cottages in the past. Please use the door at the front. Bus stop, and if you want to go into Faversham, looks like some new builds there. Anglican Catholic Church. Oh, quite a few new builds.
the ground. Roots twisting all around. No one knows just where you're bound. There it goes, a stony road in the stream. Oh, and you're always.
Well, as we come to the end of our 2-night break here at Painter's Farm near Faversham, I'd just like to say what a great sight this is. The village and its pub, the Alma, which is an award-winning pub, had excellent food at lunchtime today. There's a bus stop that takes you into Whitstable and Faversham on a regular basis, so it's an ideal spot if you want to stop off on the way to or from the Channel ports. So do come and explore this beautiful part of Kent with a campsite surrounded by apple and various other types of fruit orchard. So thanks for watching. Do give the channel a thumbs up and a like, and place comments in the section below. They all get read.